Well, we come to you this morning with some breaking news. Former Member of Parliament and whistleblower Vytjie Mentor has died at the age of 58. Mentor blew the whistle on corruption under the Zuma administration when she claimed she was offered a ministerial position sanctioned by the notorious Gupta family. ActionSA leader Herman Mashaba confirmed her death on behalf of the family, saying she died after suffering from heart complications for some time. Mashaba joins us now for more. Mr. Mashaba, thank you. Thanks very, very much for joining us after learning of this very, very sad news of the passing of Vytjie Mentor.
Absolutely. Good morning, SABC news viewers and broader South Africa. Yes, heartbreaking news. I think to die at 58 in this era, it's totally uncalled for. Unfortunately, yes, I received the news this morning around 5 from Vytjie's daughter to inform her of the passing of her mom at 3 o'clock. Someone who has been in hospital the last 2 months, most of the time in ICU. We kept her in our prayers on a daily basis, including actually at one stage just over 2 months ago, relieving her of her duties as a provincial chairperson of the Western Cape, because I wanted her to focus on her health, but remain on our Senate, because Vytjie was such a wisdom. It's really someone who added value to some of us who are new in politics, really giving us the insights and a sense of really what really went wrong with the new South Africa, which today we find ourselves in.
Yeah. So, I mean, when we look back and remember Vytjie Mentor, she, of course, was one of, if not the first whistleblower when it came to the whole issue around state capture. She was the one that alleged that the Guptas had offered her a ministerial position. She claimed that that happened while former President Jacob Zuma was sitting in another room. Subsequently after that, obviously, when we saw the results coming from the Zondo Commission, where she did sit and spoke a lot, they nullified that and said that there was not enough evidence from her from her side of the story. However, she played, as we know, the pivotal role in what has now become known as state capture in the country.
You know, Leanne, Vytjie unfortunately died, but she died as a proud South African who played this key role on exposing the ANC corruption with the Guptas, and how she was actually treated by her own party, including actually compromising the credibility of her submission. But one thing that she's always maintained, she says, you know what, Herman, the truth will one day come out. Unfortunately, she died untimely, but I think as ActionSA, as South Africa, some of us, we appreciate the role that she played. It's a big loss for us as ActionSA in preparation for 2024 to be national government, because someone like Vytjie was going to really bring that wisdom and experience that we some of us really require when we go into Parliament in 2024.
Yeah, and obviously no stranger to Parliament. I mean, we know that Vytjie Mentor, of course, when she was a part of the ANC, I mean, she was in Parliament for many years, and you know, in her position as the member of the National Assembly, that was all the way from 2002 until 2014, and then of course, you know, leaving the ANC and finding a new home with you at ActionSA. Talk to us about her role at ActionSA. You know, obviously being ill for quite some time now, she wasn't playing too much of a role, but I imagine up until that moment, talk to us about what she did for your party.
Yeah. You know, Leanne, one day South Africans will learn about the role that Vytjie played within ActionSA, of really bringing robust discussion, because she was a fearless woman. She was not in this business to make friends, because I'm sure South Africans are aware. I always remind them every day that Herman Mashaba is not in politics to make friends. Herman Mashaba values friendship, but it must be friendship based on true values. And we played that role. And I think if I look at my life, you know, on this coming Friday, I'm turning 63, so I'm not a young man. But I look at my life throughout. I've always survived and succeeded by surrounding myself with equally robust people around me, and Fakey played that role. I think she would not just really take something because it was coming from someone else. Whatever she agreed or disagreed with, she would always really express her views. And that's really something that I admired in her. That is why I'm saying for us as Section SA, without any shade of doubt, it's a huge, huge loss. I think, how do you replace someone like that? I mean, how do you replace someone of 58 years of experience, starting politics at the age of 14, fighting the apartheid system? You attain democracy, you work with a political party that you thought was going to save South Africa. You discover in the process that you are dealing with a criminal syndicate. So, and she fought this, and her colleagues in the ANC let her down. So she was really heartbroken, but ActionSA gave her the home, and she was so immensely proud of our association with us, because as ActionSA at the Senate level, we are robust. We are not everyone. When we start our meeting, we make it clear that there's no friendship here. We are here to serve South Africa, and Fakey was one of them who actually performed her duties with distinction.
Yeah. So it's still early days, and I know it's. I mean, you only received a phone call at five this morning. It's only a few hours later, but I can imagine that all of the details of her funeral, laying to rest, and all of that will be sort of made public in the course of the next few days.
Absolutely. I've given a commitment to the media in my statement, and I've really committed to the family that let's give them the space for now. They must not really rush into anything. As you can imagine, Leanne, as I'm talking to you, probably some of the family members are not yet aware. So you can imagine how sensitive this matter is. So I think and request the media, in South Africa, let's give the family space to reflect on their lost mother, sister, cousin, whatever. And ActionSA will take the responsibility to keep you posted on developments. So we can assure you, Fakey was the daughter of the soil. She was a real patriot of this country. She belongs to this country. So therefore, we believe that we will keep you posted without any doubt. As new developments emerge, we will ensure that South Africa is aware.
All right, thank you very, very much. Talking to us, Herman Mashaba, ActionSA, talking to us about the passing in the early hours of this morning, or being informed in the early hours of this morning, of Vytjie Mentor at the age of 58, had been suffering from a heart problem. So unfortunately, she has passed on. But we'll hear more details as the story develops, and the family, of course, make announcements.